Hello everyone, welcome to the session on data structures. In this session, we are going to discuss about one of the important data structure called as a stack. In this session, what we will see what we mean by stack, how the stack can be represented or implemented, and we will also see the different operations that can be performed on stack along with the suitable C program. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel to see many videos on the various topics on electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by stack. Now, whenever you go to the library or whenever you go to the office, you may find that the books are arranged on one another. Even in homes also, many times we keep the book on one another. So when you keep the books on one another, or when you keep the dishes or plates on one another, then that is just nothing but called as a stack. So you will find that most of the concepts that we practice in computer science are actually brought from the real life only. So this concept of stack is also brought from the real life only. So stack we can define as a linear list of elements. And this is a linear list of elements which will allow the insertion and deletion operation only at one end. So in case of books, whenever you want to remove any book, then you have to start from the top only. And whenever you want to add any book, then again, you have to start from the top only. Stack, one can say that it is a like a container where the first inserted element will go to the bottom. So as shown in this diagram, whenever we keep the first book, then you will find that the first book will go to the bottom and the second book will come on the top. If we insert the third book, then again it will come on the top. So stack can be called as a last in first out list. That is, the element that is being inserted at the end will be removed first, and therefore this list is being called as a LIFO or LIFO list. The elements that are inserted in the end will be taken out first from such list. Insertion operation in the stack is being called as a push operation, and whenever we delete an element from the stack, then that operation is being called as a pop operation. So as shown in this diagram, whenever you want to insert any element into the stack, then that is to be called as a push. And whenever you want to remove any element from the stack, then that is to be called as a pop. And the stack will also have a pointer. Many times it is called as the stack pointer or top, which will point to the topmost symbol or element from the stack. So pointer top will keep track of the top element of the stack. Stack is a very useful data structure because whenever you write the programs for many real life applications, you will find that it becomes necessary for you to make the use of the stack. Say for example, whenever we write a program for recursion, or whenever we want to keep track of the function calls, or whenever we want to evaluate any expression such as arithmetic expression, or whenever the computer want to provide the service to the hardware interrupts, or whenever you want to solve the problems that makes use of backtracking, then in all such applications it is necessary to make the use of the data structure called as stack. Now let us understand how the stacks are represented in memory. The stack is a data structure that is mostly not inherently supported by the programming languages. And therefore, whenever you want to implement the stack or whenever you want to represent the stack, then it is necessary to represent it by using either arrays or you can make the use of the linked list. So by using array, it is possible that you can represent the stack. And the value, we know that whenever we have an array, then array element can be accessed through its index variable. So the value of the index variable can be assigned to the top pointer or stack pointer. So as shown in this diagram, this is an array where we can say that this array will represent the stack because insertion and deletion will take place at one end only. And as we go on inserting the elements into the stack, then the value of this top will also goes on increasing. So whenever we want to insert element into the stack, then we need to increase the top pointer by 1. And whenever we delete any element from the stack, then we need to decrement the top pointer by 1. So whenever we make the use of array for the creation of the stack, then it is possible that you can create a stack of the fixed size only, because array can be created of the fixed size only, and therefore the stack also created will be of fixed size. But if you do not know about the size of the stack, and if you want that your stack must grow dynamically, then in that case, you can make the use of linked list for the creation of the stack instead of array. So it is possible that the linked list can be used for the representation of the stack. In this case, the stack will be a collection of nodes. Every node will consist of a data value, and it will consist of the memory address of the next node. So as shown over in this diagram, this is a stack which consists of the values such as 2, 7, 6, and 4. And the top will point to this top element 4. Now it is possible that we know that in case of linked list, every linked list has a start or head, and that will point to the first element of the linked list. So this start or head can be assigned to top, so that the top will point to the first element, that is the top of the stack 4, that is its data value. And then there will be another field which will point to the next element. The next element will be 6. Then it will point to the next element 7. And then it will point to the last element 2. And the pointer value of the last element will be assigned with a null value. So start pointer of any linked list can be used as a top pointer or stack pointer. Insertion and deletion will take place only at one end. And whenever we want to insert an element, it means that we need to add a new node into the linked list. And whenever we want to perform the deletion operation, then it is necessary to remove the node from the linked list. So the advantage of using the linked list is that it is possible that we can create a stack of any size. So the size of the stack can be grown dynamically at the runtime. Now let us understand some important operations that can be performed on the stack. One of the most useful operation that can be performed on the stack is being called as a push operation. So whenever we want to insert or add a new data element into the stack, then this operation is being called as a push operation. Now, in order to achieve this push operation, we need to perform certain steps. In the first step, we will check whether there is a space available for the new element. So we will check if the stack is full or not. If the stack is full, then in that case, it is not possible to insert the element, and therefore we will output an error and exit the algorithm. But if the stack is not full, then it is possible that you can insert the new element into the stack. In such a case, you can increment the top to point to the next empty space. And then you can add the data element to the stack location that is being pointed by the top pointer or stack pointer. And ultimately, we will return the success. So as shown in this diagram, suppose we have a stack which is initially empty. Now in that case, you can have this top pointer value equal to -1. Now whenever you want to add a new element, then you need to increase the top value by 1 so that the top value will become 0. And now you can add the first element into the stack. Again, if you want to add the second element into the stack, then again you need to increase the top value by 1 so that it will become 1. And at that location, you can add the new element. So in this way, by using push operation, you can add the new elements into the stack. Another popular operation that we always need to perform on the stack is being called as a pop operation. So deletion or removing a data element from the stack is being called as a pop operation. There are certain steps that we need to perform whenever we want to perform the pop operation. Now, initially, we need to check whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then it is not possible to perform the pop operation, and therefore, in such a case, we will output an error and we will exit the algorithm. But if the stack is not empty, it means that it contains certain data elements. Then we can make an access of the data element which is being pointed by the top pointer. And then we can decrease the value of the top by 1. And ultimately, we will get the success return because this operation is being successfully performed. So for example, we have been given a stack which consists of the elements such as A, B, C, D, and E is on the top of the stack. And this location is being pointed by the top pointer. Now, whenever we want to perform the pop operation, that is whenever we want to remove E from the stack, then you can make this pointer point to D. And the space that is being available, the space that is being used by the E can be made free. Now let us write down a simple C program where we will understand how we can perform the pop and push operation on the stack. Now initially we will include the required header files such as stdio and std library header file. Initially, we will define what is the maximum number of elements that can be stored on the stack. Initially, we will make the value of top pointer equal to -1, and then we will declare the stack of the size max. So here we are making the use of array for the creation of the stack. We will make the use of the functions such as push, pop, display. So push is being used for insertion, pop is being used for the removing the data element, and display is being used for displaying the contents of the stack. In the main program, we will declare a integer variable and we will have a while loop. Now this loop is an infinite loop because here we have written 1, and this loop will be terminated only if the user enter a choice of 4. So this is a small menu that is being displayed where we will ask the user to insert 1 for push, 2 for pop, 3 for display, and 4 for exit. And we will check what is the user choice. Now we will read that choice, and then accordingly we will make the use of the switch statement to perform the operation. If the choice is 1, then we will make push operation. If the choice is 2, then we will make the pop operation. If the choice is 3, then we will invoke the display function. And if the choice is 4, then we will exit the loop. And apart from that, if there is any another choice entered by the user, then we will print the message for the user that that is a wrong choice. In the push function, initially we will declare a variable, integer variable called as value. Initially, we will check whether the stack is full or not by making the use of the statement if top is equal to max minus 1. And in that case, we will print the message that the stack is full. Else otherwise, we will print the message to enter the element to push. We will read that message and then we will increase the top pointer by 1, and then we will assign the value entered by the user to the variable array variable stack top. In the pop function, we will check whether top is equal to -1. In that case, we will print the message that the stack is empty. Otherwise, we will print the message that is the deleted element is, and it is the stack top. And we will decrement the value of the top by 1. In the display function, we will check if top is equal to -1. In that case, we will print the message that the stack is empty. Else otherwise, we will make the use of the for loop to print all the elements of the stack. So whenever you type this program by using any online C compiler, then you will find that the initial menu will be displayed on the screen. Suppose you enter the choice 1, then you will be asked to enter the element. Then again, the menu will be displayed. Again, you have been asked to enter your choice, and then you can insert the element that you want to push. If you insert your choice as a 2, then you will find that the top of the stack, which consists of 56 number or 56 data element, that element will be deleted from the top of the stack. If you enter the choice as equal to 3, then in that case, the remaining elements of the stack will be displayed on the screen. So thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood what is stack and how the push and pop operation can be performed on the stack. Thank you all for viewing the session.